What is up, guys? Welcome to the ThinkComputers Weekly Tech Podcast. This is episode 461, and this week's podcast is brought to you by Amazon. If you go to thinkcomputers.org/Amazon and happen to purchase something that helps us out and keeps the podcast ongoing, with me, of course, is my trusty co-host, Ryan. What's going on?
Trusty, you sounded louder tonight.
Do I?
I don't know if you're like closer to the mic or something, but you sounded a little louder.
Maybe I'm more excited. Maybe I'm projecting my voice correctly.
It's that sunlight coming in that window I see back there.
I know. I
got you amped up.
I didn't. It's actually overcast here today.
It's overcast and rainy here. It was like 60 something. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, are you ready? Like, my birthday was last week.
Yep.
The after my birthday signifies the end of summer. Are you ready for like fall, winter time?
Not yet, but like I haven't been to our neighborhood pool in like a week and a half or 2 weeks, which is kind of wild because usually this time it's still super hot and we're going but school's back in session, so the kids are like tired at the end of the day and just weekends are getting busy. But yeah, I mean I'm excited for the winter. I like the cold, and especially like the fall.
I feel like I need like a cold weekend. Like I'll go up to like Big Bear.
You got options. Yeah, you got the mountains around you.
Yeah, so maybe I'll do something like that. Although, like, it does get cold here at night. Like, not like...
Sure. Just like people don't realize that Vegas gets cold at night, right?
Yeah, Vegas gets very cold at night. People don't realize that, yeah. But yeah. So, yeah. And, dude, I've been feeling like I've been getting nothing done. Like, I'll work on something. I think it's because I'm working on a bunch of projects at the same time. That, like, I'm not getting anything done.
Not making progress on any of them.
Yeah, so we have like I have a ton of reviews to do. I'm currently shooting like 6 different videos for long form videos. It's just nothing's getting done, man. I need to take a day and like organize everything.
Plan it out.
And like plan everything out because it's just getting jumbled and things are going to get really busy because holiday season's coming, and that means lots of products to review, lots of products that are coming out. Stuff for the holidays, so I gotta get it back in gear here, I think. So yeah, but yeah, lots to talk about this week. I reviewed 2 products, neither of which are sitting here because I didn't prepare for the podcast. Where is that? I'm gonna go grab that. Actually, yeah, I'll go grab that in a second. Before we talk about it, just so I can show you guys. But yeah, those 2 products. We have a new RTX 5080 from ASUS. We have a really interesting laptop that you can swap out the graphics card and the keyboard, which is pretty cool. We have some more burning cables, which just seems to keep on happening.
Yep.
Some other cool news, and somebody got doomed to run on a really interesting device, which was kind of cool.
This is wild. Yeah.
So we have all that stuff to talk about. Of course, we have our full show notes page right here. That has everything. And a lot of people are asking, like, how do I get to the show notes? Like, how do I find the show notes? If you're on the website, you're at the homepage here. If the homepage comes, well, why is it every time we're streaming, like the website just goes slow for me? I feel like it's just the, it's because I'm streaming. Cause at least on other people's ends, it's not very,
Yeah, it's working fine on my side.
Yeah. I think it's cause I'm streaming. It's just like, you don't have the, and I have like really fast internet, so I don't. Yeah, what the heck?
Or do you? Maybe you might be paying for really fast internet, but not getting it.
No, I mean I'm like plugged directly in, and like I'm not over Wi-Fi. I think it's just honestly, I think it's a Chrome issue. Like my computer's completely messed up. Huh? But anyways, how you actually get to the page is you go to podcast here, and then it will just load under there. Yeah, I don't know if is my Chrome just broken.
I don't know.
Let's see.
I hope not.
Let's go to like google.com. So that loads. What's another website we like? Let's go to Andy's website, eTechnics. Our friends at
loaded quick.
Yeah, loaded really quick. Wonder why. Am I logged into the website? I'm not even logged into the website. Interesting stuff going on, guys.
It's actually, you know what? It's taken a minute for me too.
Wonder if
I'm trying to pull up our first news story, and it's spinning.
Well, maybe we'll just have to talk about the stuff because if
we'll just make it as we go.
Yeah, let's do the old school. Well, we're gonna do it live.
If it will do it live, yeah.
Let's run a ping and see if the whole website's down. That would be weird because we haven't had website issues for like a while.
Yeah, and you made some good enhancements, like I don't know, a couple months ago, where like it's super.
Oh,
fast.
I can't ping the website.
Uh-oh. What about your hosting? Can you get to your hosting company's website? Just like their general page, you know?
Yeah, I can.
Interesting.
Let's do this. What's up, old man? We have old man in the live chat. It appears that the website is down. Wonder if it's a Cloudflare issue. Is Cloudflare down?
Or let's see what Down Detector's saying.
Scheduled maintenance is currently in.
Down Detector, Guild Wars is up. EA. Who knows? I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't appear that Cloudflare is down.
Yeah, it's not looking that way here on Down Detector.
Wonder if I can access the. That's really interesting. So no, can't. Oh no, it's a blank. It's just blank.
Yeah, I just tried on Edge and it's like, yep, can't get it.
Maybe it's like.
ThinkComputers.
I can. No, I'm on there now. Maybe it was just like a hiccup. Let's see.
Yeah, now it's working.
Yeah. Wonder what that's really weird. And I honestly just thought
perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
working.
So anyways, guys, if you are on the website, let's try this again. Oh no. Okay, so you're on the main page. You just go to podcast, and then all of our podcast episodes are here. And then if you click into one, it has all of the show notes. So everything that we are going to be talking about is right here. I don't know what that
with links as well.
Yeah, with links to everything. So all these are links. So as we talk about something, you can go through and get more information. Or if you're listening or watching this later and you're like, or just even heard something in the podcast, like, oh, I want to check that out. It's all going to be right here. Now I'm going to jump up real quick because the keyboard's behind me. So I'm going to go grab it. So that will be our first review.
Did I show? I don't remember last week if I showed my newest keyboard, and of course I don't have it in here because I was making a video on it. But I bought another one.
Wait, the same one the one that old man was talking about?
I know we had the $20 one that we got, and I know I showed it, but then I got another one.
Oh, okay, no, you haven't.
Oh, I think I did because it has the screen on the other one. On the
maybe you showed it. I don't remember.
Maybe. I don't know.
We're losing our mind here. I feel like we're losing our mind here on the podcast.
I've gotten 3 new keyboards in the last month. Let's just put it that way.
Old man says, ThinkComputers works for me. Yeah, I think it was just like a minor hiccup that just happened live because it was, yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't even ping it. Let me try to ping it again. I'm still not getting a ping. That's weird. But hopefully we're good. But anyways, we can talk about this without having to go to the website. So I took a look at this keyboard, and I know you'd be interested in this one, Ryan, because this is a low profile, but there's tons of low profile keyboards out there. There's tons of low profile mechanical keyboards out there, but this is a magnetic switch Hall effect keyboard. So it's going to have all of those features like DPS, or what is it? Where you can press down and you can set your actuation point. You can have multiple actions for pressing and releasing and how far you press down. It has snap tap. It has everything. So this is from Melgeek, and this is their Made 68 Air, and it's highly it's metal. There's like metal everywhere except for the bottom, but like it's all metal. Really, really nice. This top bar right here actually lights up too. Really cool colorway. It's like white and then with the purple accents on it, which I really, really like. It is wired. There's no wireless on this. It does have a little mode switch on the top, which actually changes your profile really quickly, which is kind of nice. So if you have like a typing profile, you don't have to go into the software and change it. You can just like move the switch over, which is really, really nice. Low profile switches, low profile keycaps. Yeah, PBT keycaps. Yeah, it's a nice keyboard. Design wise, I really like the size of it, and it's smaller too. So like if you're going on a trip, you can like throw this in a backpack. Like it's not necessarily all that big. Which again I do like for this keyboard. 60% or 65% keyboard, 68 keys, as you can see. The Legends are sort of like these dots, which I actually like. Some people may not like them. I like them. No see-through Legends or anything like that. So there is RGB on this, but you're really not going to see it all that much. But yeah, just like a typical, you know, 65% keyboard. You can see this keycaps there, low profile. And then the switches are the TTC Com Minis. Total travel on these is going to be 2.8 millimeters. And again, these are a magnetic switch. Now, this is hot swappable, but you can only swap it with these switches. These are the only ones that are currently available that are low profile, that are magnetic. So those are the only ones you can really swap these with. You do get a little bit of height adjustment. So here's it at its defaults, and then you get that little bit of height adjustment if you need to adjust it. You can see, because this is low profile, the keycaps themselves are very flat, and they're really not much of an indent in the keycaps either on the top. Not a lot. So it is a little, I'll get into comfort and everything here in a second. We do have that light bar across the top here, which is nice. You can change the color of that light bar. It is RGB, fully RGB, so you can go ahead and change that. And like I said, the bottom, just a simple pop-out feet on the bottom, but really well designed. Melgeek is like so good at delivering a keyboard that's like fully built out, that just looks really, really nice. High quality materials. Like, again, this is all metal here. Really, really nice. Really, really like that. And they do have their new web software now, so you don't have to download software. You don't have to worry about that. You just go to their website. It's hive.melgeek.com. Keyboard pops up. You'll get like a little thing within Chrome. It's like, do you accept or something like that? And you say yes, and it finds the keyboard. You can go through and do all of your key mapping. Within this, you can reprogram every key. You have a bunch of different things you can do on it, not just basic remapping, but you know, you have your macro editor, you have all of that. You know, you can go over to Super Key and you can set different things, and they already have them all set up for you. So like for DKS, that's how you set how far down you're going and then what action is for that. So if you know, like I said, you can set what these are. These are just preset ones they have in there, but you can do that. So as you press down, you can get different actions. So essentially you can make one key be 4 keys if you really wanted to, which
that takes some precision with your fingers.
Yeah, it definitely does take some precision to do it. SOCD, that's essentially what they're calling snap tap. Again, you can set that up. It is banned in Counter-Strike, so just keep that in mind. But you can set up snap tap within the software as well. There is RGB lighting. It's really hard to see, but you can change the light bar color at the top as well. You can set up rapid trigger on this as well. Again, that's the beauty of having a magnetic switch keyboard, is you can have that. And yeah, really easy to update this keyboard, do all of that. Yeah. And you can set it to go to sleep even though it's plugged in, you can set like the lights to go off, which I thought was really nice. You only see that a lot of times on wireless keyboards, but even though this one's wired, you can set it for the lights to go off at a certain amount of time, which I kind of like, actually, if you walked away from your computer. And then as far as using this, that's kind of like the downside for me. And again, this is very subjective as far as comfort and noise or sound. We have a sound test. I would listen to it. For me, it just wasn't a comfortable keyboard to use. I've used low profile mechanical keyboards and a couple that I really, really did enjoy. This it just feels, it's not horrible, but it kind of feels hollow a little bit. Like it has like it's not hollow in the sense that I'm getting pinging. Like if I don't know if you hear this, but like, I mean, you're not getting pinging. It just doesn't.
Yeah, but you're not going to get that a lot of solid sound with it, because just the nature of a low profile.
Yeah, mechanical. But it just wasn't that comfortable. I found myself missing a lot of keys even after using it for a week. Like I felt myself still missing keys.
Kind of like they blend together without the
clips. Yeah, because again, that's the nature of like a low profile keycap too. But for me, just the sound profile and the comfort level, and it just wasn't for me. I think though that beyond that, under the hood, everything that they've done with this keyboard is really good. It's one of the few low profile magnetic switch keyboards that you can get out there. It supports all of the features that you want. Again, including snap tap, DKS, everything, custom actuation points. And again, you can really fine tune this to your liking, which I think is great. So if you are a competitive gamer, like you can set it so like your actuation point is so soft. So if you like barely tap the switch, it actuates. So that leads to faster pressing and everything like that, because you're not having to wait for the switch. And then like a normal mechanical keyboard, you have to wait for that switch to reset. You don't have to do that. Lots of other stuff on this keyboard. You can see what that light bar looks like at the top too. Pretty cool that you have that there too. So like I said, I like the keyboard. It's not incredibly expensive either. It's $129.99, which again, for magnetic switch, the quality of this keyboard, I think it's a fair price. But I gave it a 7 out of 10. It just wasn't comfortable. It felt like, yeah,
was that the cable it came with?
No, that's not the cable it came with.
Okay.
That's just a cable that I have here at my desk.
Gotcha.
But yeah, just like I said, just not to my liking. And it's very subjective. It's always like, if you have a micro center and you can go test keyboards, I would go do that. Or like we always say too, like if you're looking at a keyboard, order on Amazon where you can get that free return most of the time. So you can test it out. And like I said, the biggest thing is when it comes to keyboards, I always tell people, this is what's going to be sitting in front of you all day. This is when you'll be typing all day. So you want to be comfortable by far first, but also you want a really good sound profile. Like you don't want something that doesn't sound good for you. And for me, this keyboard just wasn't to that. It just wasn't satisfying for me. Like I just didn't like it. Yeah. And again, that's subjective. I think they put together a good keyboard. Just for me, the sound profile wasn't
what you're looking for.
Yeah. Old man in the chat says, I'm typing with this magnetic switch keyboard. The switches feel floaty. What do you mean by floaty? Like
I haven't ever used any magnetic ones.
Really? It's a lot of customization, which I think is a good thing.
Right.
Especially if you're a gamer and you can set.
I've used optical, but just never magnetic.
Yeah, you can set like setting your actuation is a good thing because you know exactly, like once you get used to it, you know exactly how far to press down the switch.
Yep.
Whereas like a mechanical, you have to kind of bottom the switch out a little bit for the most part. So that's what I like. Like I said, I like this type of keyboard, and I really wanted to like this because I do like low profile, especially for like take this with me traveling and stuff like that. It just sound profile wasn't there for me. That's just me. And again, it just felt a little hollow. It just didn't feel like that satisfying press that I'm used to from Melgeek keyboards, because I've liked their other ones, the full size keyboards that they have. So yeah. But moving on from there, I took a look at an SSD. So this SSD is specifically designed for the PlayStation 5. I think if you don't have a PlayStation 5, still a solid drive, but I think there are better options out there. But this is the Lexar Play 2280 SE. This is a follow-up to their original Play drive. This one is less expensive because it doesn't have a cache chip in it. So this makes use of the InnoGrit IG5236 controller. And then we have 3D TLC NAND from Longsys, which actually owns Lexar, or the other way around, I think, or however that works. But yeah, so the cool thing about this one is it only comes in 4 terabyte, which I love.
Nice.
It only comes in 4 terabytes, specifically designed for PlayStation 5. So it is going to have that built-in heatsink, which is pre-installed. You don't have to do any installation. But it is kind of nice too, because if you have a PlayStation 5 and then you eventually maybe get rid of it or something like that, you can pull the drive out. And they do include this nice screwdriver here to take the heatsink off. So you do get that with this drive. But beyond that, it's a 2280. It's going to fit in your PlayStation 5. The heatsink's not incredibly big. So if you did want to install this on a motherboard, it's not going to overlap where like if you have M.2s that sit above graphics card slots, it's not going to get in the way. And it's, like I said, it's not a crazy big heat sink or anything like that. Just kind of like your typical thing. Now, this is rated for 7,000 megabytes a second read, 6,000 megabytes a second write. PlayStation 5 can only do, I believe, 6,500 on both read and write. So you're not going to exceed the max reads on this by any means. But I tested on PC because I don't have a PlayStation 5. And if we just go to our crystal disk mark here, you can see it exceeds the rated speeds. No problem. So it's going to be a solid drive. 4 terabytes is going to be great for offloading your PlayStation 5 games or downloading them or however that works these days. I don't even know how that works.
I don't even know.
But again, built-in heatsink, so it's really easy to install. You really won't have to worry about heat issues. I didn't run into any heat issues. Of course, I ran it on my motherboard with the built-in heatsink on the drive. Worked no problem. And very well priced. So for 4 terabytes, it's... And there's one interesting thing about this drive. You can only get it at Costco.
What?
Yeah. Currently.
Okay.
It's an exclusive. Weird. It's a Costco exclusive.
Wow.
But it's a very good price Costco exclusive. So it's $224.99 for the 4 terabyte, which I think is a very good price. Yeah, definitely. Chat said $224.99 on Costco. I don't believe you can get the non-SE version on Amazon and everywhere else, but the SE version is Costco exclusive.
Do you have to have a membership at Costco?
Yes.
We have one on the other side of town. I never go. We have
I have
on this side, but
yeah, I have a Costco membership. There are some interesting PC stuff in there a lot of times. They have some pre-builts. I think some Cyber Powers are in there. Maybe a couple other, maybe like some MSI pre-builts I've seen in there as well. And they do have good deals on monitors. I've seen some some big Samsung monitors in there and stuff. I don't know if you can, like I linked to the Costco. I don't know if like you can just buy from Costco's website if you don't have a membership.
That'd be cool.
I'm not logged in.
It shows delivery, but I'm guessing they're like, yeah, why don't you add it to your cart? Yeah.
I think I have to sign in. Do I have to sign in? Oh, so okay. So it's one thing says member only item. So I guess you can't just buy it on Costco. Yeah.
Wow.
But like, see, when I brought up the cart, it said member only item. So it's not a member only item. So you can buy it on Costco's website.
That's a good. I mean, yeah, 4 terabytes. That feels like a really good deal.
Yeah, that's the same price as this one, the one from Acer. This drive,
right,
right around the same price. This, so, but yeah, I think it's a great drive. I think if you're a PlayStation 5 user and you want to upgrade your storage, solid choice. Comes with the heatsink. Don't have to worry about heat. Great performance. You're never going to have any performance issues because again, we tested it and it outperforms the speeds of the PlayStation 5. So yeah, definitely check that out. Like I said, just a solid drive there from Lexar. And again, you can buy it on Costco.com without having to have a membership. I wasn't sure about that, to be honest, but it appears that you can. So that's good. So check that review out as well. Talking about you could use that drive. I didn't even plan this, but you could use that drive in this case mod in the PlayStation 5 that's in this case mod. So this is a pretty interesting case mod. So this is from the guys over at Modding Cafe. This is their PS5, which teams a full-on PS5, which they've water-cooled, with a full-on PC build, which they've water-cooled. And it's hard to see that they've water-cooled it because they're using that block, Ryan, that has the
channels through the screw holes.
That the channels through the back. You can barely see anything from the graphics card. And then you can see the water cooling here coming down into the PlayStation. Yeah, there's the radiators on the back. And again, you can see that block there. They're using the MSI Godlike motherboard, Corsair, Dominator. This looks awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you can see they water-cooled, custom water-cooled the PlayStation, which I think is awesome. I'm really glad that they left it open like this too, like the acrylic, so you could see it. So it's cooling off. I guess that's an APU. I guess you would call that, or I don't know enough
about it, but
yeah. So that's really cool. Well built. Just like this would be really cool to have. Like instead of getting the normal console, you get like this, which you get best of both worlds essentially. Yeah. And you're getting again, and everything's kind of in this cabinet.
It's a single loop?
I don't know.
I wonder because I'm thinking like, can you have both going? Like, let's say you want to play like a game on the PC and your buddy wants to play and they're over. Like you could have video cables going to the TV next to you. You're on your gaming monitor, but you've got both systems running and you're like playing together in the same game. I mean, it's got a decent amount of cooling there, so maybe you can run them both under load.
Yeah, I would probably. So. I mean, what is that? 2 360s at the back?
Yep. It looked like it. And they look to be thick too, because those are 25 mil fans, and that's probably like a 35.
Bits power radiator there. So yeah,
2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is super cool. Yeah, I like it. I love this block, man. How did it take so long for us to figure this out?
I'm surprised it works as well as it does, because those motherboard. You think about the holes on the motherboard; they're not that big.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know.
I haven't done any deep dives on this. Like, how does it compare to say like a traditional?
I don't like the flow meter in it though. I would rather have the flow meter.
I think they have one with. I think they have one without.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure though, but yeah, I just love that they like we've seen these over the years, like mods that have like built-in, case mods that have like a built-in console, but like to actually water cool the console too is. A lot of custom work goes into that. I think it's really cool. Oldman says, it looks like a casino slot machine would have been a great theme. Yeah, it definitely does. It's like I said, it's just something you kind of sit on your desk and it would be like you get the best of both worlds. Really cool. I like this a lot. Modding Cafe does really cool stuff. This isn't even doesn't even touch some of the really cool stuff that they've done overall. But yeah, really cool. Definitely go ahead and check that one out. Of course, we have their page linked and everything in that article too. So definitely check that out. New ASUS graphics card. Well, actually not new. They had the 5090, but the 5090 was like insanely expensive. This is also very expensive for a 5080, so but it's, in my opinion, so this is an ROG Astral card. There's like the Doom version. There's a couple other different Astral versions, that you can get that are custom or whatever. This one is my favorites.
Yes.
It's definitely my favorite. I like this over the 30th anniversary edition card that we talked about last week. They announced this initially as a 5090. Now you can get in a 5080. It's the, how do you say that? Dhahab?
Dhahab, yeah.
Dhahab.
Yeah, edition. This is my favorite.
And I love, so this reminds me of, so Snaf, one of my favorite builders, he did a mod a few years ago that was sort of like this sort of like Egyptian type theme, which did use sort of like this, like aquamarine color. And he did it so well. And I think ASUS did the color design on this so well. The gold with this, again, like this.
Inks are gold. Yeah, everything about this card.
Now, the 5090 was gold plated. This is not.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Not like a lot of it, but like it was gold plated. But
because I know we saw the one that was like solid gold also.
Yeah, not that one. There's also a solid gold one. But no. This one does not have the gold plating. But yeah,
a price premium of $900.
Yeah, so a 5080, just like a stock 5080, is going to run you $1,000. This is $1,899. But it just looks so good. And again, if you put this in like a really cool Egyptian themed bit, I mean, it would look absolutely amazing.
Well, it bugs me though. Like, you can make it look, ASUS can make this card look this good, and it doesn't have to cost $900. Like, it's kind of wild.
It's special edition, bro.
Oh, special, yes. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I don't know, like edition. An Astral, just in general, it has a premium over.
Yeah.
How much is an Astral right now? The 5080 Astral. Let me look.
1,800. Well,
yeah. So it's like, it's not like it's crazy. Yeah, $17.99 for a 5080 Astral. So it's $100 premium over the other Astral, which isn't horrible, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, $17.99. So it's $18.99. So like that's not bad. $100 premium, you know? So yeah, that's not that horrible. Like I said, I would take this. I would pay the extra 100. Would you pay an extra 100 to get this card over the normal Astral?
100?
It's 100. Like if you're like, I'm gonna get it.
The Astral. Yes,
I'm getting
probably.
an Astral. I'm gonna pay like my cost that I already have in my head that I'm gonna pay is $17.99 for the Astral. But then you see this is $100 more. You're like, yeah.
Sure.
Am I getting this or am I getting the normal
Just
Astral?
go for it. Yeah. If I'm already that deep into this thing, yeah.
Yeah. So like
for sure.
It kind of makes it an easy sell. It is gonna be I believe it's gonna be limited. Yeah, I mean, look at that, man.
It's so good.
Yeah, they did this one so well. Yeah, so definitely check that out. If you buy one, I'm gonna be jealous. Anybody who's out there who's gonna buy one, definitely gonna be jealous. Melted power cables on an AMD card. How about that? But it's one of the few AMD cards that have a 12V PWR. So this was on an RX 9070 XT melted cable right there. 12V PWR though.
Yep.
So one of the few it's like that cable is just has
it's
issues.
Doomed. Yeah.
So this is on an ASRock Taichi OC RX 9070 XT. Yeah. It was somebody posted it on Reddit. I think now, like the next story we'll talk about, we've found some mitigations to this issue, but how many power supplies are out there? How many adapters are out there that don't have any of these fail safes or haven't been properly made too? Like, again, you get like third party ones that are just like cheaply made. Power fluctuations.
Yeah, you get an extension, so it looks nicer. Yeah.
Man. It just seemed like hopefully with this next, do you think like this next, so 69, like 6090s, you know, do you think
they're going to keep it?
Do you think we'll have better cables? We won't have this issue, or do you think there's going to be reports of
I think we're always going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we got updated cables that had like color on them, so you could like if you can see the color, you don't have it clicked in all the way, right? I don't know. I think number one, that plug is so small compared to just even like an 8-pin PCIe. It's small.
Well, the thing is, it's depending on which card you have. It's like for the higher end cards, it's 3 8-pins.
Right.
You're putting as much power that you put through three
little
pins through a connector that's the same size as like 1 8-pin.
Right. And to me, your error for margin or your margin of error there with this like is so much smaller. Like you've got just I don't know. I go back to I'd rather just have a bigger, more secure plug than this thing, but
yeah. So it happened on an AMD card. It's not all NVIDIA. So yeah, we'll see if there's any more reports of that. And like I said, as we, more graphics cards come out in the future, we'll see if we still have this issue. But talking about that, ASRock has their new power supplies that have the newer connector, the 12V2X6. This one has thermal sensing built into the cable, so if it notices that, it I guess it shuts it down or something. Built-in thermal sensors detect and prevent overheating, shutting down the system if excessive temperature is detected. Obviously, it has the color too. So that's what Ryan was talking about. So if you see when you plug this in, if you see the neon green or yellow here, you'll know that it's not fully plugged in. That's one of the biggest issues with the melting was user error. They didn't have the cable properly installed. This mitigates that. And then this is for the temperature sensor that goes right there. Yeah,
It's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely a good idea to have just more of those safeguards in there because again, you don't know if like the manufacturer is going to replace your graphics card. And again, you're buying,
Right.
just say that Astral, you're spending $1,800. I mean, even any graphics card, any graphics card these days is a big investment.
Like your most expensive component.
Yeah. So like, again, you want to protect it. So it's nice to see these new power supplies come out that do have that. And this one has the 90-degree connector, which I do like to see as well. Brings that cable down straight, easier to plug in.
There.
The only thing I worry about that connector like that is like some cards do have the connector back a little bit. So if it's 90 degrees, it may not.
Right. There's gotta be a standard though. Like
yeah, or some type of clearance. Yeah. But yeah, so it's nice to see that ASRock has this on their new power supplies. Just yeah, definitely like that. Talking about ASRock, it seems like to be the ASRock show tonight. They have I got to see this at Computex. It wasn't working, but it was on the wall. Their new live mixer motherboard is X870 for AMD, which again, more people are going AMD these days. 25 USB ports, not all on the back, but there's a lot on the back. 25 total with your headers and everything like that. Ryan loves this because he connects
a million things motherboard for me.
Yeah. So if we look at the back here, how many are on the back? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I see nothing wrong
9,
here.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Other than
13.
Maybe space 14. For 2 more ports.
14. There's 14 on the back, and the rest are via headers. 3 type C's on the back, which I love. And again, these are like USB 4, so you can break these off into like even more if you really needed to. Connect those to like a hub, and then you got even more. But yeah, that's the whole thing with their live mixer. I really hate that they went away from like the graffiti style. I mean, the board looks fine, but I love like the original live mixer boards, which I reviewed both on the AMD and the Intel one. I reviewed both of those. I really like the graffiti style design on those. But they went away from that.
They've kept the font a bit, right? With the live mixer, but it's so small.
Yeah.
Because you take that font away, and this could be anything. Like,
yeah.
I like it though. I'm always about connectivity. So
yeah, so lots of ports on this one.
Sure.
Yeah, connect all of the things. So I definitely love that. I remember back in the day, ASRock had a motherboard that had like at least 10 SATA ports. Do you remember that?
No, but it doesn't surprise me. Like, early boards, it was like you'd have 6 at least, right? Like usually 6 ports, it felt like. Well, except for the very beginning, it was like 2. But yeah, 10's a lot.
Oh, here it is. ASRock Z870 Extreme. Oh, wait, hold on. This is from TechSpot, just to give them the shout out. Look at this, guys. Look at this.
Oh, that's more than 10.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22.
22.
Yeah, dog. Back when we had fans on the
Look at that. Is that an M.2 heatsink too up top? Just south.
That's like an early one because this is Z87.
Yeah, that's probably a Gen 2 at that point.
Yeah, this is.
And then there's some more M.2 there below. Oh my gosh.
Look at the fan on the yeah.
That's still a good looking board though. I mean,
yeah.
That thing is a beast.
Yeah, again, shout out to TechSpot who has all these. Yeah, you can see like the smaller M.2s and this is where this is for the Wi-Fi. Yeah. I remember seeing this when it came out and that was
I don't think those are M.2.
No, yeah, they are. Oh, well, they're they're not M.2 for storage. They're M.2 for Wi-Fi and other things that you could have put in there.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah, man.
That's
and
cool.
That's not an M.2 heatsink. That's for the
Yeah, we weren't even thinking.
ASRock has had some really interesting boards over the years. This was one of them.
It's wild to see like not having a IO shielding, a cover for the USB ports and everything. It's just those exposed metal boxes that we were so used to.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, very. Is that? I don't know if that's the only one. And there's a couple. Yeah. Oh, this one too. What is this? 18 SATA ports on this one. This is from Level 1 Techs. So this is the X99 Extreme 11. Same thing.
Good Lord.
Yeah, look at that, man. Those are the days. Those are the days for sure. For sure.
ASRock again, yeah.
Yeah, they like I said, they've had some really interesting boards with some really interesting features that like they just did it, and you're like, why did they do it? But probably just to get the press about it. So
yeah, somebody's using one with a ton of drives, I'm sure.
Now talking about something that's really interesting. So you buy a laptop and you're like, oh, man, I bought like the one that had the 5060 in it, but I really wanted a 5080. Like, I wish I could just upgrade instead of having to buy a new laptop. And that's been like with laptops, like if you buy a gaming laptop, typically you can upgrade the memory and you can upgrade the drive that's in there, the SSD that's in there. That's typically the options that you get. Sometimes you can like upgrade the Wi-Fi and maybe change, but like, and even these days, like, so many companies, especially if you're not buying like a big gaming laptop, like the DDR5 is soldered on, the SSD soldered, like you can't do any upgrades. Well, Framework put out their new version of their laptop 16, which is their 16-inch laptop, and it's quite modular. So modular that you can swap out the GPU module.
I mean, it's nice from like an idea, but like, what's the process to go and find another mobile GPU? You know what I mean?
I don't know if like you would buy it from them.
Right. Maybe, yeah. If they offer it and make it easy, okay.
And like, how long are they going to support that? So like, we're on the 50 series. So like, you can get 5050 through 5080 probably in this or something. So like, when 6000 series comes out, can I buy a 6000 series module to put in this?
I think so. I think you probably could, because
it seems
that's
easy
just going to be like some sort of PCI connection there, right?
So yeah, like if you look, it looks like you just have to connect these things, and this kind of slots in a little bit. You have to screw it, like there's screw holes.
Well, that's like a daughter board, yeah, with the GPU, because it's got there's more to it than that, because if you look, there's an M.2 by their left hand.
Yeah.
And you've got what look like Wi-Fi antennas sticking out of the body of the laptop, kind of hanging out there. I don't know.
Those connect.
Maybe it's kind of like that ASUS card that had the M.2 on it, right? Like they treat it similar. I don't know.
Yeah.
As long as it's easy.
Yeah. Yep. Let me go to the website. We link the website here. Let's see if it gives us any more. And the keyboard swappable as well.
I like the modules on the side too, so you can decide what ports you have. You want that hardwired Ethernet or an SD card reader, probably.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, with upgradable mainboard and graphics module. Pretty cool. I mean, this is the module essentially, right? I guess that you just swap that out.
Wow. Swap in 5 minutes.
With the one tool we include in the box. It's probably a screwdriver.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like it. How feasible is it? How long will upgrades be supported under that? Because again, like over time, things will change. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, we're going to move to Gen 6 PCI, right? But like, that's going to be a while. So you probably get another generation or two out of this if they support it.
Yeah, because it's interesting. I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, we have the links to Framework if you want to check it out. They have other sizes, but I think the 16 is the only one that offers that type of modularity, because it needs to be so big so you can like pull it out and do all that. Old Man says it's a cool idea. Yeah, definitely really cool. I think it's really cool. Product that we saw at CES, also saw at Computex. It's finally out, and I feel like I need to get one. It'd be cool to have one right here. So this is the Xenon Edge touchscreen. It's essentially a screen from Corsair. You can use it as an external monitor. You can hook it up to their software and actual monitor your system. You can put it in there. There's cases that it's specifically made for this. You can put it in a case. You can have it here, like you can see it right there on the desk. 14.5 inch, again, works with IQ, or you can do other things with it. I like that so many companies are coming out with these, just because they're making them super easy. I believe this can also mount to like any 360 mount in your case. So you can easily mount it inside your case. Would you pick one of these up to use like this, like on your desk?
I think that's how I would use it. Yeah, as a accessory monitor.
Okay.
You had reviewed it, and then I think you sent it over to me. It was just like one of the very early iterations of this, where it was like just a single bar that you would display IQ on, right? You could get a couple graphs on it, and obviously over the years we've improved because now we have something like this.
And the thing I like about this one, it's not locked to IQ. You can I believe that you can just do HDMI to this and make it another display. You can put whatever you want on it.
Yeah, and, treat it like another a Stream Deck extension, or they've got OBS running there. I don't know, OBS, that menu system to me doesn't seem very ideal for touch. But they've also got what looks like Spotify or something, some sort of media player.
Yeah,
that'd be nice, right?
And having touchscreen is good. So like you could use it to control your stream or do kind of whatever you wanted to do, which I like. Or just like other things that you could do within games or do whatever. And like I said, we saw this in action. I thought the implementation was good. I like the little stand thing that they had too. So it does, like, you don't have to buy your own stand. Like, it comes with the stand. If you don't want to use a stand, you want to put it in your case. Really easy to do that there as well. So yeah, I like it. Pretty cool.
Okay, that's neat.
The more options we have for cool things that are going to sit on your desk, I'm definitely a fan. So new WD Blue. When there's a WD Blue drive that comes out for any type of, like, when we first got the SATA one, that means that SATA was mainstream. When M.2 Gen 1 came out and we finally got a WD Blue, that means it's mainstream. So now we have a WD Blue SN5100 Gen 4. So we have a Gen 4 drive. That means Gen 4 is now mainstream. We are now mainstream. So this is a new WD
a little
Blue.
late,
and this is so weird because, like, now that the thing is finally Western Digital is it, and now this says WD Blue powered by SanDisk with a weird SanDisk.
I don't know.
Now that they made it all one thing. Hey, look at that logo. It is weird to call it WD Blue powered by SanDisk, but 7,100 megabytes a second read, 6,700 megabytes a second write.
500 gig to 4 terabyte.
Yeah, all the way up to 4 terabyte. Going to be very affordable. The 500 gig, I believe, is $54.99. So very affordable. So yeah,
this is like the standard. If you're at Walmart or Best Buy or something, and you've got some drives there, like WD Blues, just like you said, it's become mainstream. Yeah,
very much the standard.
Because it used to be like WD Blues. Like, I'm thinking back to hard drives, like Blues, and then you had the blacks, right? That
the blacks
faster, or they had the biggest cache on them.
Yeah, they had the biggest cache, or like back in the day, they were the only ones that were 7,200 RPM. All the other ones were 54. So the WD blacks were the higher performing. So yeah, like I said, like it. Very affordable. Good to see. And then to our final story, which is an interesting one. So over the years, people have got Doom to run on like really interesting devices.
Yeah.
Cell phones, like whatever it is. We've seen almost everything. Now this was interesting because it works too. It's not just like you can play it on this, which is very ingenious. So somebody got Doom to run on an Anker Prime charger. So this is a charger that has a display here.
Yep. That
has Type-Cs to charge devices. It has a little crown that's made to like go through the different menus within the charger, but they use that crown to actually control the game.
Oh my gosh.
So it's running on a 150 megahertz Cinewitz ARM-based MCU, 16 megabytes of flash, and 8 megabytes of RAM, running on a 200 by 480 pixel color display. And then controls are on this. So,
yeah, I was gonna say I haven't watched this, but you gotta show this.
Yeah. There we go. So you can see, like, he's using the crown to go through, and now he's using the crown to control the game and actually play Doom.
Wow.
On this. I mean, little hard to kind of move around.
Sure.
But it works on this Anker charger.
Yeah. And I mean, it's running pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Look at those guys. Yeah, it's wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Very, very cool. So this is from Aaron Christoffel. Shout out to him. We have the video linked and all the things in the article if you want to check it out. But I love stuff like this, like stuff that's like, what's the point? It's just because it's cool. It's just like stuff like, just people do really interesting. And the fact that it's like actually playable. You know what I mean? It's
right.
They're using the crown on the device to actually play Doom, which I think is really, really cool. So shout out to him for that. I think that's really, really cool. Old Man says it runs better than on the SNES. Yeah. If you think of like what's in these devices now, as far as like hardware, just to run the little screen, it's a lot more powerful than what was in some of like a lot of the older,
like a whole, a device dedicated to playing games.
Yeah, for sure. Talking about what we have coming up next week, I'm taking a look at a Gen 5 drive from Crucial. This is their T710. Very, very fast drive. I think it's like 14,000. Not 1400. That'd be 14,000 megabytes a second. I have the non-heatsink version. There is a heatsink version as well, but I have the non-heatsink version. Here we go. 14,900 megabytes a second read, 13,700 megabytes a second write. Really excited to test this. So I will, like I said, I'll be having that for you next week. Like I said, I did talk about how like it's the end of summer, end of August, getting to September, get into holiday season. Are you planning any big tech purchases for the holiday or for like winter time or anything? Like, are you planning a PC upgrade? Like, are you planning any big tech purchases through the holiday season, like through the end of the year, I guess?
I think the only one, and like these drives that we've been showing, right? You had the Acer recently, you had this Lexar drive today. Like those prices on the 4 terabyte is really tempting. I need to replace some storage.
I think you should wait till Black Friday.
I probably will. Because I think we'll get some even better pricing. But that's probably it. Like adding capacity to my device, because like my main drive, my C drive is just a single terabyte, and then my secondary drive, M.2 drive in there, is just another terabyte. And then I have some SATA drives attached to it as well. So like if I can swap out that secondary drive, or maybe even both of the M.2s for some faster, higher capacity stuff, that's probably it.
Yeah, I think like Black Friday is always a good time to pick up drives. Drives are always on sale. I don't think I have any big hardware purchases. Yeah. Okay. I've been like thinking about, I want like a 3D 360 camera.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah, I don't know. But beyond that, I don't think there's anything. Like, I don't need new cameras. I don't think I'm going to upgrade my computer.
I mean, the 360 is cool.
I don't think, like I said, I'm still running the 5950X with the 4070 Ti Super, I believe. I don't think I'm going to upgrade my computer. My computer needs cleaned. It definitely needs cleaned. But I don't think I'm going to upgrade my computer. Actually, I'm probably going to put this in it. Along with that that Lexar drive. So I'll have 2 4 TB in there.
Nice.
Probably will do that. And like I'll do so when I actually clean my computer, because it needs to happen sooner than later. Whenever I clean my computer, I'll swap out the SSDs and I'll probably do a clean Windows install because I also need
to
say,
yeah, your Windows is jacked.
Yeah, something wrong with my Windows. But beyond that, I don't think I'm gonna make any big holiday purchases. Old man in the chat,
he's just throwing these keyboard deals.
His keyboards.
The first one he listed is the AJazz AK680 Max, which is the magnetic one. I picked up the AJazz AK650 recently. Okay. That was the second one that I bought. I got it on sale. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, these are really good prices on
EpoMaker Dynatab 75X 25. How is this stuff just getting so cheap where it's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just almost disposable. And same thing with the other EpoMaker, the Dynatab. Oh wait, yeah, so it's usually $50, but yeah, half off. I mean, that's pretty cheap.
$25 for like a mechanical keyboard
with features that, like, usually hot swappable keys, PBT keycaps, per RGB lighting. Like those used to be top high end features of a keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one with the screen up top.
Yeah, I believe. I can't find the one for 25 though that he's looking for. I see 65 and 50. But he says that one, and then he says the EpoMaker Dynatab 75. Oh, 50% with 50% discount. Okay. Gotcha. Let's try this one.
Yeah, everything I'm seeing is.
Oh yeah, save 50% with here. Wait. So it's this one, and then it says 50% with promo code right there. That's a deal.
Dang.
And it has this really cool retro screen on there too, which I think is really, really cool.
Yeah, I like the white purple.
And this one has the keycaps that they're front face, or the legends are front facing. They're not top facing.
Yeah, I don't know that I don't personally like the design on this one. I think that top section's too big, in my opinion. It's neat, but it's just too, especially on the right side. But for $25.
For $25, especially if you were like doing any keyboard content or it would look cool on your desk for that type of content. So yeah, so shout out to Old Man for the keyboard deals. And he's probably has more keyboards than I even have at this point. I feel. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Of course, we are going to be gaming, doing some Apex Legends on Twitch. So we end this stream here, if you're watching it on X, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we end the stream, we go over to Twitch and we play some games. So it's twitch.tv/ThinkComputers. Head on over there if you want to continue hanging out with us. Of course, we appreciate everybody in the live chats, everybody who listens later, and of course, everybody who watches us later as well. So we will see everybody next week.